What is going on, everyone? It is Super here and welcome to another Injustice 2 video. Now today I have a Q&A video for you guys, but I also wanted to talk a little bit about the Joker leaks that happened earlier today. So if you guys don't know, if you guys aren't familiar with what's going on, there was this French YouTube channel that had uploaded some multiverse gameplay that they captured from an Injustice 2 event, and in one of the multiverse worlds, it's actually specified that the Joker is the main bad guy in that specific world. You know, you get to take on the Joker. So I guess this person wanted to, play versus the Joker, and they uploaded gameplay from the multiverse world from the Injustice event that they were allowed to go to. Now, I'm definitely not going to show any video here because the original video was removed by the user, but I could definitely show you guys a couple screenshots here. Don't worry, like, as far as gameplay goes, he was playing versus a very easy mode Joker, so there was like literally no gameplay. It was just a Joker standing there. But based on the gameplay, he does have the same moves from Injustice 1, and a lot of people were asking me, how do you feel about the Joker? How do you feel about his look, his gameplay? Because you guys know Joker is actually my favorite DC villain of all time, and I'm so excited to actually get to see his gameplay in action on Friday when we get the reveal trailer. So first of all, I actually personally like the Jared Leto Joker. I like Heath Ledger Joker. I like all forms of Joker because each one is unique. Like all these actors, voice actors, and just regular actors, live action actors I should say, they all interpret the Joker in different ways. So I really like Jared Leto's Joker. If you don't like it, it's completely fine. You don't have to like what I like. We don't have to have the same opinion. But it looked like, as far as like his jacket and stuff, or his coat I should say, and just his facial features, it looked like it resembled a little bit closer to Jared Leto Joker than any other Joker because, they want to make the game look realistic. With the engine that Injustice 2 has, every character looks like an actual human being. So that's what I mentioned in the other video that I had uploaded, that I privated because I had actual, I had that gameplay in there. So I had to private it just in case anything happened. I didn't get it contacted or anything like that, so you guys don't have to worry about that. I just did it out of, if the original gameplay is privated, then I'll private my stuff. But I can definitely show you a couple screenshots. And as far as his gameplay, I said this on Twitter, I have no problem with the Joker playing the exact same way as Injustice 2, excluding a new trait. I want a new trait because the trait for the Joker in Injustice was a counter move that sucked ass. So I want a new trait, and I want his moves to be better. That's it. Like if his chattering teeth are a little bit fast, actually the chattering teeth were pretty good. Like if his projectile is a lot faster, and his low projectile, his bomb that he throws, if all the moves are faster and maybe they add in one or two moves that just make it make his gameplay just a tiny bit different. If they don't, it's fine. Like I mentioned, I'm cool with the Joker returning exactly the same way as Injustice 1 because I actually thought his gameplay was fun. He just wasn't that great. Like he was really slow, and of course his trait, you had to have like a good trait in Injustice unless you were just a absolute beast of a character, which the Joker wasn't. In the corner, he was really dominant because of the chattering teeth and the overhead low setups that you could do, but in the mid-screen, he struggled a lot. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to his gameplay. Like I mentioned, I love the way he looks, and I want to see more gameplay. It's pretty much what I want to say. So alright, that was my little tidbit on the Joker if you guys missed it earlier. So let's get to answering some questions. So the first question here comes from Josh, and he asks, is Darkseid in the Deluxe edition of Injustice 2? And Darkseid is in any edition that you buy for Injustice 2 as long as you pre-order the game before the game is released. So Darkseid is a pre-order bonus. You could buy the regular game, or you could buy the Deluxe edition or any other edition. As long as you pre-order it, you're going to be getting Darkseid for free. Next up here, Captain Bacon. I think he has two questions here. First one is, do you think the color shaders will allow us to change the color of the lanterns in the game, EX Green Lantern to White Lantern? Now, the answer to this is yes. I just don't know if all the lantern core colors are going to be there. But we know for sure that the Green Lantern will have a Red Lantern costume, which you'll be able to put on, I guess, shader, excuse me, not a costume. a shader, a Red Lantern shader, will be available for Green Lantern, so that you could turn into a Red Lantern, pretty much. So I don't know about the White Lantern part. How would you feel about Goku being a DLC character in Injustice 2? His gear could be his different forms of Super Saiyan or other versions like Black Goku. Any Dragon Ball Z character, especially Goku, Vegeta, or Gohan, would be a dream come true. And you know, the way that the mechanics work in Injustice, flying around and stuff, it could definitely work. Honestly, I would see them fit more in a Marvel versus Capcom game, just because those games are absolutely crazy. And you know, the combat in Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super is just insanely fast paced. You know, they're zipping around from place to place, you know, teleporting, and just the combat is crazy. So I think DBZ characters are a little bit gameplay-wise too crazy for an Injustice game. But if anyone could pull it off, it would definitely be NetherRealm. But in a fighting game like Marvel vs. Capcom, oh hell yeah, any of those characters would be awesome, and I would love to see any of those in Injustice 2. So moving on here, Sean asks, do you think Premier skins will have different move animations for some characters? Reverse Flash with a phasing punch, or John Stewart with a different Lantern super move? And the answer is no. The Premier skins are just fancy shaders. So let's just say you have a shader that you like, you know, a specific color, and you put it on your character. The Premier skins work exactly the same way. If you have a Premier skin, you throw it on your character like you would throw on a color shader, and that's it. It's not going to change his super move, is not going to change any core moves that the character has. He's just going to look different, look like Reverse Flash, but he's not going to have anything unique to Reverse Flash. So the answer to that is no. But who knows, maybe there's specific abilities that cater more to a Reverse Flash or a Premier skin with the way they look compared to the regular skin. So like you were saying, for example, Reverse Flash, a phasing punch. Maybe Flash has that ability, but it looks nicer, or it looks better for Reverse Flash, and it would fit a little bit more. So that's definitely a possibility. But as far as the Premier skins changing anything, no, they're just you know, fancy shaders. They're just cosmetic. Next question here comes from Jake, and he asks, what Premier skin are you most excited for? So far we only know of I think, okay, let me count down here. So we know John Stewart is a Premier skin for Hal Jordan. We know Power Girl is a Premier skin for Supergirl. We know that Reverse Flash is a Premier skin for Flash, and we know that Captain Cold has a Premier skin for, or Mr. Freeze is a Premier skin for Captain Cold. So those are the four like officially confirmed Premier skins. Now, out of all those, I think the one I'm most excited for is Mr. Freeze, because Captain Cold is one of my top 5 characters I'm looking forward to, because he's so unique and he looks like he has a lot of traps and just a very unique gameplay, sort of like Brainiac. And I want to see how Mr. Freeze looks in Injustice 2. I'm not too familiar with Captain Cold. You know, I've said it before with the Flash villains, even Gorilla Grodd and stuff. I'm not too familiar with, you know, Flash villains, but I know Mr. Freeze, not only because of, you know, obviously the Batman and Robin funny, horrible movie, but also from the Batman animated series, because that was one of the first, like, I don't want to say cartoon, yeah, cartoon series that I watched as a kid. So that's why I love the Joker so much. That's why I love Harley, and you know, I do love Batman, even though I don't play him too much, just because I'm sure a lot of people play him. But all these like Batman villains, you know, I have a thing for, because I grew up watching them in the Batman animated series. So yeah, Mr. Freeze Premier skin for sure is the one that's up there on the list as my most anticipated. I also want to see how Power Girl looks, if you guys know what I mean. All right, moving on here. Adrian asks, which are your favorite new and old characters in Injustice? I guess he meant Injustice 2. So my favorite returning character for Injustice 2 is probably going to be the Joker. Yeah, he's for sure going to be my favorite, you know, returning character. Harley's up there as well. And my favorite new character so far is probably just based on the way he looks, because I haven't played these characters yet, just based on the way he looks, it's probably Scarecrow, because Robert Englund is his voice actor, and he, you know, just visually he looks really, really scary, terrifying, and his gameplay looks awesome. He's probably like my favorite new character. My most anticipated character to play will probably be Firestorm, just because he really looks like he has everything. You know, he has zoning, it looks like he has traps, and yeah, once you turn into the blue flames, when you activate level 3 trait, he turns into an absolute monster. So I'm really looking forward to playing Firestorm. But visually, Scarecrow is my favorite new character. Darth Malgus asks, do you think they will fix the female hurt boxes? Oh man, unfortunately not. And that is the reason why there's not going to be any male to female premiere skins at the moment. So a lot of people wanted Batwoman to make an appearance to be a premiere skin for Batman, and it's not going to happen because they can't figure out a way to, you know, work the premiere skin, you know, change the male hurt box to the female hurt box. So they even mentioned this in one of the watchtowers, because people asked if there's going to be male to female premiere skins, and they say that's the reason why, because they can't really do the male to female hurt boxes, because, you know, the female hurt boxes are a lot smaller, and they're just different. They're like weird. They're small, they're weird, you know, it's a whole nother animal compared to the male hurt boxes. So that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Look out for some new Injustice 2 gameplay from me coming up here in the next couple of days. So that's going to be it, guys. I'll catch you guys next time. What's going on, guys? It's Super here. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you guys subscribe or check out any of these videos linked at the top. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.